last class we were discussing the chapter chemical reactions and equations. Let's go for continuing this. In this chapter, in yesterday's class, we completely focused on balancing a chemical equation. Then after balancing a chemical equation, we came to know how to make a chemical equation as more informative. We will go for using 4 important criteria to make a chemical equation as more informative. Just go for recalling these with me. The very first one is, it is by indicating the physical state of the reactants as well as products. So for representing this, for solid, we will go for using yes, that is in two common brackets, we'll go for writing yes. If it is liquid, we will write L. If it is gas, we write G. If the solution is formed by using water, it is called aqueous solution. If it is aqueous solution, we write AQ. These are the symbols that we use for representing the physical state. And second one is, even if the precipitate is formed, it is to be represented by using inverted aroma. If the gas is liberated, then it is to be represented by using upward aroma. Not only this, even we all know that some chemical reaction will take place in the normal temperature only. Some will take place in the particular temperature and even particular pressure as well. So there are chemical reactions which take place under some conditions. So by indicating the conditions under which chemical reaction takes place, we can make it as more informative. So in the reaction condition is to be written on the above the arrow mark or even below the arrow mark. Then another one is, we know that there are some chemical reaction which takes place by absorbing the heat, and some chemical reaction takes place then after the reaction they give out the heat. So if whatever the heat changes will be there, that will also be mentioned. If the reaction takes place by absorbing the heat, it is to be written on the left hand side. And if the heat is evolved, heat is produced after the chemical reaction or during the chemical reaction, it is to be written on the right hand side of the chemical equation. So these are the 4 important criteria which we use for making a chemical equation as more informative. Once you recall, first one is by indicating the physical state of reactants and products. And second one is by using inverted arrow mark for precipitate and upward arrow mark for evolution of the gas. Third one is by indicating the reaction condition under which chemical reaction takes place. And fourth one is equation is made as more informative by indicating heat changes. If heat is observed, it is to be written on the left hand side, and heat is to be released, then it is to be written on the right hand side. Is it not? So this much. Then after that, we come across some different chemical reactions. We took some chemical equations and we categorized them as 4 different types, and even we have given name for those also. And first group, we call that as combination, where the reactants combine to form single product. And the second one, here one compound will be there, it gets split up into 2 or more compounds. Then we call that as decomposition, right? And in one of the chemical reaction, the more reactive element displaces the less reactive element, and we call that as displacement reaction, also called single displacement reaction. And another one is, if 2 compounds are there during the chemical reaction, they'll go for mutually exchanging their ions or radicals. We call that as double displacement reaction. Is it not? Just we have got the brief information regarding these types of chemical reactions. Now we are going to get the detailed information about each of these. Now, and as I said yesterday, every day just we'll go for taking 3 to 4 chemical equations which have to be balanced. So now, before going to commence today's class, just I'll go for giving you 3 important chemical equations which are unbalanced. Now we are going to balance them. So write down. Side heading. Side heading. Balancing a chemical equation. Balancing a chemical equation. That the very first one, I'll go for taking very simple one. It is Al2OH thrice. What is the name of this compound? It is aluminum hydroxide. When this aluminum hydroxide is heated, what happens? It gets split up into 2 compounds. The 2 compounds are, one is aluminum oxide. Just recall the chemical formula of aluminum oxide. It is Al2O3 then plus H2O. Al2O3 plus H2O. Now, just observe it. Take the element having maximum number of atoms. Which is that? Look at here, aluminum 1, here 2. Oxygen, here 3. Here 3 plus 1, 4. Whereas hydrogen is 3. Here hydrogen is 2. Which element can be taken for balancing? Aluminum, oxygen or hydrogen? First one, second one or third one? Which is? First one, second one or third one? Yavado? Second one. See, I'm giving you the option. First one is aluminum, second one is oxygen, third one is hydrogen. Which is? Look here. Of course, when you are observing aluminum, oxygen, hydrogen, you come to know that one atom, aluminum has one atom in LHS side, reactant side, oxygen has 3, hydrogen has 3, whereas in product side, aluminum has 2 atoms, oxygen has 3 atoms plus 1 atom. Then hydrogen, it has 2 atoms. Dear students, you all know that while balancing a chemical equation, first we go for taking a element having maximum number of atoms. Of course, here oxygen has maximum number of atoms, but these oxygen atoms are distributed. Under such condition, we won't go for considering that. We will go for taking the next element. Which is the next element? Next element is hydrogen. Now let us go for balancing this. It should be multiplied by 2 and this should be multiplied by 3. Now let me write AlOH thrice, aluminum hydroxide, that decomposes into aluminum oxide plus water. Here 2 should be multiplied on the reactant side. 3 should be multiplied on the product side, where hydrogen is there. Here 3. Now you may count it. See the 2 atoms of aluminum, 2 atoms of aluminum. Next, 2 3s are 6. 6 atoms of oxygen. Here 3 1s are 3. 3 1s are 3. 3 plus 3, 6 atoms. Then hydrogen, 2 3s are 6. 6 1s are 6. Hydrogen has 6 atoms. Next, here hydrogen, 3 2s are 6. Got it? Yes. Skanda PG Rao. Skanda Rao PG. Understood? Hitesh? Okay. Karan? Just once I repeat, of course, we take the maximum element having maximum number of atoms, but if the atoms are distributed to two or more compounds, under such condition, we go for selecting another element having maximum number of atoms. Oxygen has been distributed to two compounds. That is why we have taken hydrogen. Next, I'll take second one. Second one is, it is carbon dioxide and water. The reaction between these two will produce, one is glucose C6H12O6 plus oxygen plus water. Yes, you are very familiar with this chemical reaction. These two reactants will undergo chemical reaction under two conditions. What are those? One is in the presence of sunlight. Second one is in the presence of chlorophyll, right? Carbon dioxide reacts with water to produce glucose, oxygen, and water. It should be balanced. Let's go for balancing it. First, go for listing the number of atoms of each element. Yes. Here the elements involved are carbon, oxygen, and hydrogen. Carbon, only one atom. Here, oxygen, 2 plus 1. Hydrogen, only 2. Come across RHS side, that is product side. Carbon has 6 atoms. Oxygen, here 6, here 2, and here is 1. 6 plus 2 plus 1. Whereas hydrogen, here is 12, here is 2. 12 plus 2. Yes. Which element has to be considered for balancing? Whether you go for considering the first element, carbon, or second, oxygen, third, hydrogen. Very good. Hitesh Kumar is telling that first one. Is it okay? Yes. Let's start balancing it. Here, carbon on the left hand side, only one atom. Here, right hand side, 6 atoms. Hence, it should be multiplied by 6. On the LHS side, where carbon is there, I'm multiplying it by 6. Right way. Carbon dioxide plus water gives rise to glucose C6H12O6 plus O2 plus H2. As you said, first we have balanced carbon. Here I am multiplying 6. Then observe. Now carbon atom is balanced. 6 atoms of carbon, 6 atoms of carbon. What about the oxygen? Here 2 atoms plus 1, 3 atoms. There 6 atoms, 2 atoms, and 1 atom. Then what should be multiplied? Which is to be taken? Yes, observe. Please look at the board. Carbon is balanced. Now we are going to balance either oxygen or hydrogen. If oxygen thought, 2 plus 1, 3. Here, 6 plus 2 plus 1. So then obviously already 1 is here, 2 is here, but still we need 6. Suppose you go for using 6. You are going to multiply 6 here. Now look at the board. Look here. Is that Manya? Look here. Here, 6 twos are 12. But already 12 atoms of hydrogen is there. Then this number will not be suitable. If I go for doubling this 12, now see the 12 twos are 24. Now here 12. Then here can we write 6? Followed? Yes. Once I tell that, here, now we are going to balance hydrogen. For balancing hydrogen, if you write here 6, then this will not be balanced because here 6 twos are 12. Here already 12 atoms of hydrogen. Hence we can go for taking this hydrogen. That is why here I write 12. Now 12 atoms of hydrogen. Next 2 is there. 12 twos are 24. Here 12. Here 2 is there. Another 12 we want. Hence we will go for multiplying this by 6. Now hydrogen atom is balanced. Let's go on to oxygen. Oxygen is 2. Here it is 12 ones are 12. So 2 6 are 12. 12 plus 12, 24. Here you just count the number of atoms of oxygen. Here 6. Here 6 atoms of oxygen. Here 2. Then can it be multiplied? You can multiply. See the total 12 plus 2, 24. Here 6 plus 2, 12. In a 12 way concept, what should be multiplied with 2? 2 should be multiplied by 6. Hence we will write 6 here. Got it? Now you can count it. 12 ones are 12, 6 twos are 12, 12 plus 12, 24. Here oxygen 12, here 12, here 6, here 12, here 6. Then 12 plus 6 plus 6, again it is 20. Now this equation is balanced. Very simple to remember. The last two compounds, multiply by 6. Here first compound should be multiplied by 6, second one should be multiplied by 12. Got it? Please do remember that. Now only 2 equations are enough. Again tomorrow we will go for taking another 2. Now we are moving to focus on types of chemical reactions. Right? Side in types of chemical reactions. There are number of types of chemical reactions. Hence, we won't go for mentioning all these. As a result of it, we are going to divide them into mainly 2 parts. One is main chemical reactions, which are and remaining are sub-chemical reactions. Now, I'll go for giving you the list of important types of chemical reactions. Right now, as we discussed yesterday, the very first one is combination reaction. Combination reaction is also called synthesis reaction. combination reaction. Second one is where the compound gets split up. It is called decomposition reaction. Decomposition reaction. Third one is where the element gets displaced by the more reactive element. It is called displacement reaction. Also called single displacement reaction. Displacement reaction. Fourth one is double displacement reaction. Double displacement reaction. Okay, now let's go for discussing these chemical reactions one by one. Again, here also, I'm going to divide this into some parts. First, we will go for knowing the meaning of these and also definitions of these types of chemical reactions with examples. After that, then we will move on to some activities related to each of these types of chemical reactions. Afterwards, we will get the further information regarding each and every type of chemical reaction. Followed? Anaga? Nan ಹೇಳಿದ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಲ್ಲ ಈಗ ನೀವು ಒಂದೇ listen to me, just listen to me. Sahasra, suppose you go for taking one chemical reaction, if you go for learning it, complete information regarding first chemical reaction, by the time you go to second chemical reaction, chance of getting confusion. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು categorize ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. See, in the first part, we'll know the meaning and definition of chemical reaction with examples. Second part ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ related to that, some activities are there. Those activities will be studied. And in the third part, some additional information regarding each type chemical reaction is obtained. Got it? So in these three ways, let's go for learning the types of chemical reaction. ಅದು ನಿಮಗೆ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಈಸಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Yes. Observe. Now let me go for taking few examples for chemical reactions, and I'll go for writing them as chemical equations. As you know, the most familiar chemical reaction to us, what it is? Yes, burning of magnesium. Adun bidadokke hogbedi. Complete till the end of the chapter. Every time, every day, you must recall that. It is magnesium, and on burning of magnesium, it reacts with oxygen to produce magnesium oxide. Whenever you recall this equation or reaction, just you have to recall some more points with respect to this. Color of the magnesium is silvery gray. Then color of magnesium oxide is, it is white powdery mass, white color, right? And another point, on burning, magnesium will produce a very bright flame. So that is why we say that it is dazzling flame. Got it? Next, and one more point. Before burning the magnesium ribbon, it is to be wiped with a sandpaper, because to remove the unwanted impurity called basic magnesium carbonate, so that it can be made readily react with oxygen on burning. One more point, that is basic magnesium carbonate. We know that it is a combination of two compounds. One is magnesium carbonate, second one is magnesium hydroxide. Please do remember these points. In chemical reaction, one section, you have to recall all these points. Here, magnesium reacts with oxygen to produce magnesium oxide. How many reactants are there? How many compounds are there on the reactant side? There are two compounds. They react with each other, and a product is formed. How many products are there? only one product, right? Similarly, another most familiar, it is carbon reacts with oxygen. Obviously, it produces carbon dioxide, right? If it burns completely, if it undergoes complete combustion, it produces carbon dioxide or else carbon monoxide. Here also, you can come to know that there are two reactants, they combine to form single product. Let me take another one. Sodium metal and chlorine gas. Chlorine gas is passed over sodium metal. Chlorine gas is passed over very highly reactive metal called sodium. Then it produces a compound called sodium chloride. So in all these chemical reactions, you can come to know that here more number of reactants are there, more than one reactants are there. They combine to form a single product. Two reactants are there, but single product is there. And we call this as combination reaction. Combination, combining. Reactants will combine to form one product, single product. This is combination reaction. Hence, you can define this combination reaction as it is if two or more reactants combine, or if two or more substances combine chemically to form a single product, then it is called combination reaction. So these are few examples for combination reaction. And one more you may recall that you are very familiar with a compound called quicklime. What is that? What is the chemical name of that? Very good. It is calcium oxide. Then on reacting it with water, it produces a compound called calcium hydroxide solution. Here also single product. So all these are examples for combination reaction. And generally, combination reaction can be written like this. In the reactant side, let me take a compound A, another compound B. These two combine to form AB. Got it? So, ನಮ್ಮ convenience ಗೆ ನಾವು ಬರಿತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. Reactants are there, they combine to form single product. Right? So, combination reaction. Side A, combination reaction. Please write the definition of it. Right. A chemical reaction in which two or more substances in bracket you may write these may be elements or compounds. Two or more substances combine to form or react to form a single product. Is called combination reaction. It's called combination reaction. Example, and before going to that, just one general form. It is for our convenience. Here I take first reactant as A, second reactant as B, combined to form single product called it is AB. Even, and don't think that in the reactant side only there must be two reactants. Even more than two can also be there. Example, when you go for taking a rust, see that we know that iron get corroded or get rusted when it reacts with oxygen and water. Wow. Following or not? Just I make you to recall iron plus oxygen plus water. When these two compounds are there, then only iron will undergo rusting and it produces Fe3O4 and S2. Here, any number of molecules of water may be there. So hence we write it has X. This is X. And we call this as a rust. And the chemical name is hydrated iron oxide. Hydrated iron oxide. Here you can come to know that more than one reactants combine chemically to form a single product. Yes. Now you may go for taking the examples. First one, it is Mg plus O2 gives rise to MgO. And one thing you must remember, whenever you give the example in terms of chemical equation, it should always be balanced. ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಗೇ ಇರಬೇಕು ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರು chemical equation. It should be balanced by yourself only. Second one, right? Carbon reacts with oxygen to produce carbon dioxide, CO2. Third one, hydrogen reacts with chlorine to form hydrogen chloride. Then we also know that hydrogen reacts with sulfur to form hydrogen sulfide. This is H2S. 4 examples are enough. Alright, this is just small information regarding combination reaction. Now I'll go for taking some more examples for chemical reactions. Please observe. I'm going to take the examples which is very familiar to you. The very first one, just you have to observe only, don't go for writing. Here I'll take water is to assume that it is acidified water. Could you tell what happens when electricity is passed into it? What happens? You'll go for passing electricity into it. Then we know that if where the electrodes are there, the hydrogen and oxygen will start moving, right? Which means that water gets split up into hydrogen and oxygen, which you have learned in your previous classes. In 6th, 7th, as well as 8th, you have learned about electrolysis of water. NPdena? Do you remember? Don't know. Nakshavidi? NPlenama? Okay. Observe. When electricity is passed into water, it gets split up into hydrogen and oxygen. Similarly, yesterday I had given you listen. Yesterday I had given you one example for the reaction which is used for preparing oxygen in the laboratory. What is that? It is potassium chlorate, KClO3. When potassium chlorate is heated, then it gets split up into potassium chloride and oxygen. Followed?
Yes, sir.
You're not telling yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Amruta is
Yes, sir.
spelled it.
Yes, sir.
Followed. Okay. Arya Ila. Yes. Look here. On heating the potassium chloride, it gets split up into potassium chloride and oxygen. Similarly, I go for taking one more compound called AgCl. What is the name of the compound?
Silver chloride.
Silver chloride.
Silver chloride.
Do you know what is the color of this?
Silver.
Silver color. Very good. Very good. It is white color.
Right.
Silver chloride, silver color. Potassium chloride, potassium color. Please do remember, color of silver chloride is white. When it is exposed to the atmosphere, when it is exposed to the atmosphere, that is in the presence of sunlight, this silver chloride changes its color from white to gray color. It is due to the formation of a compound. What is that? It is Ag.
G plus
Here also, silver chloride gets split up into silver and chlorine.
chlorine.
See, in these chemical reactions, we can come to know that on the reactant side, we have one compound. And due to chemical reaction, they get split up into here two compounds, even more than two also be there. I'll give you such examples also. So this is one type of chemical reaction. Here, as they get split up, separated, hence means it is not combined, it is separated. Therefore, it is called decomposition reaction. Decomposition reaction. Now, let me tell you the definition. Listen carefully. The chemical reaction in which a single substance gets split up into two or more substances is known as decomposition reaction. These are few examples. You general form baridara. Okay. If I take AB, then it's tell
A plus
B. plus B.
A plus
A plus
if
B.
AB is there, A plus B plus A are equivalent. This is just a general form. Okay, now you write about second chemical reaction. It is decomposition reaction. Second one, decomposition reaction. Decomposition reaction. Write the definition with. Here, all right. The chemical reaction. A chemical reaction. Chemical reaction in which a single substance, nothing but reactant, single substance split up into two or more substances. Two or more substances. Nothing but products. Is called decomposition reaction. Decomposition reaction. Now, let us write the general form for understanding this. It is AB is a compound. Due to some conditions, it gets split up into two compounds as A and B. Now let me give you some examples. The examples are, one is, as I took the first one, what is this? Tell that. The chemical reaction which is used for preparing oxygen in the laboratory.
Calcium chloride.
Calcium chloride.
Potassium chloride.
Potassium
Potassium chloride.
Potassium chloride, KClO3, potassium chloride. Heating it, get to split up into potassium chloride and
oxygen.
then even I took an example for electrolysis of water. That is, when you pass an
balanced.
into an acidified water, it gets split up into
Hydrogen plus
nitrogen
oxygen.
and oxygen.
Sir, we should balance
Third
it.
one. Yes, yes.
We should balance equation, sir.
Yeah. ಈಗ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಕೂರಕ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಡಿ. Rakshana, have you written? And the third one, I took the example AgCl, silver chloride. When it is exposed to the sunlight, it gets split up into silver and chlorine. Then in all these examples, we have come to know that a single reactant is there and two products are there. That is, two compounds are there in the product side. As I said, I'll give you one of the example where more than two products will also be there. If you have read the textbook, you will be able to tell that FeSO4, ferrous sulfate crystals are taken. Could you tell what is the color of ferrous sulfate?
Green, sir. Pale green.
Please, pale green. Iron sulfate, pale green. On heating this, it gets split up into some compounds. Could you recall that?
Ferric oxide.
Plus
Sulfur
Ferric oxide plus sulfur.
oxide,
Plus sulfur plus sulfoxide.
sulfur dioxide, and also sulfur trioxide. I'll explain this reaction also with an activity. Next, I'll go for taking another one. Fifth one, this is also very important. Four are enough, but important just in one of the chemical reaction, we come across a yellow color precipitate. Can you recall that? Name the
lead
reactant.
nitrate plus
Very good. One is
Potassium iodide.
nitrate plus potassium iodide.
Potassium iodine plus lead.
Lead iodide plus
Lead iodide
potassium
plus
nitrate.
monoxide.
Lead iodide
Listen.
plus potassium nitrate.
lead nitrate and potassium iodide. When aqueous solutions of these two will react with each other, we got a yellow color precipitate called lead iodide and aqueous solution of potassium nitrate. NPD alva. In that, I'm going to take the first compound, that is lead nitrate, PbNO3. PbNO3 twice lead nitrate. What happens when it is heated? The heat ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ?
Lead oxide.
Very good, very good. Lead oxide ಬರುತ್ತೆ. PbO, lead oxide. Then
Oxygen.
further
nitrogen
Nitrogen.
Nitrogen.
then
Oxygen.
nitrogen
oxygen gets separated. These are the
Hydrogen.
compounds that are formed. Please don't neglect. I've been giving you only the important reactions. ನಿಮಗೆ exam ಗೆ ಬರುವಂತದನ್ನೇ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. When lead nitrate is heated, it gets split up into lead oxide, nitrogen dioxide, and oxygen. For how to identify all these, we will come to know through an activity. we have the activity with respect to AgCl, FeSO4 and PbNO. But it is to the examples with you. Then one more chemical reaction, I think you are very familiar with this. The chemical reaction which is used in the manufacture of cement.
Calcium carbonate.
Calcium carbonate, very good. What happens when calcium carbonate is heated?
Calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide.
Very good, very good. You got it. You all have seen the egg, right? Lakshmi TR, Kerskarama. Can you hear me? Okay. What is the color of the egg?
White.
Sorry, it will be available in different color. Can you say so? In general, we observe it as white color, right? Eggshell will be there. Eggshell, it is a chemical compound. What is that chemical compound? It is calcium carbonate. Calcium carbonate. When these eggshells are heated, what will happen? It will release two compounds. One is calcium oxide and another one is carbon dioxide. And this chemical reaction will also be used in the manufacture of cement. I'll explain that in the later. Now, let me go for taking few more chemical reactions. Observe. Dear students, you are very familiar with the elements which are highly reactive, which are moderately reactive, which are low reactive. Yes or no? Don't know. Samiksha MS, you previous class will consider it. Never consider that. Just I am making you to recall. Could you just name the highly reactive metal? When this metal is exposed to the atmosphere, immediately it reacts with oxygen present in the atmosphere.
Hydrogen.
Sodium, sir.
Sodium.
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 Other than that,
Sodium.
Potassium.
other than that, sodium. Other than that, sodium.
Potassium.
Potassium. Very good. Sodium and potassium, these two are highly reactive metals. And followed by some other metals are also there. As we know that the very first chemical reaction that we are frequently using. Yavadu?
Manganese.
Magnesium.
Mg plus
Magnesium.
2 is equal to MgO.
And is equal to
Mg.
Magnesium.
When it is just exposed to the atmosphere, it reacts with the moisture. It reacts with the moisture slowly. We are not going to give any reaction conditions for this, but with a normal temperature and the atmospheric compounds only, it will react. Then other than that, even the one of the metal which is used for high tension wires.
Aluminium.
The wires are connected from one electric pole to another electric pole.
Aluminium.
Yeah,
Aluminum.
Aluminium, sir.
right? Aluminium wires. Color of, and in the beginning, you'll come to know that it will be having very shiny appearance. But if it is after some days, after 1 or 2 months, when you observe that, it will start losing its shining, right? What is the reason for this? Even this will also, this aluminum reacts with
moisture
in the atmosphere very slowly and forms a thin layer called aluminum oxide. NPDela, in your previous classes, you have learned about all this. I've been giving you the examples which are very familiar to you. Next, other than that, your students, you know that we will go for using some of the metals for ornament purpose. Yavado, will you go for using iron?
Gold, sir.
Kiran, you
Gold and
silver.
silver.
Gold and
You will go
silver.
for
Gold
using
and silver.
Silver.
You know the reason for using these elements, that is gold and silver, for ornaments.
They will
You tell.
not get rusted.
Shiny in appearance, sir.
One is they have very good shiny appearance. Second thing, they are
They are malleable.
used to reactive metal. almost they won't react with atmospheric compounds, like they won't react with oxygen, they won't react with carbon dioxide, they won't react with some other even acids also. That is why we will consider these metals as precious metals.
Platinum, sir.
Got it? Even platinum as well. These are the
Bronze, sir.
least reactive metals. And there are some metals which are moderately reactive, like copper is there, lead is there, is it not? And you have listed all these metals in the decreasing order of their reactivity. What it is called? The arrangement of elements in the
Reactivity
decreasing order of
series.
their reactivity. It is called
Reactivity
a
series.
reactivity series. Do you all remember the reactivity series?
Yes, sir.
Do you all remember? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. And if so, just to recall that. Tell the name of the metals which are in the
Potassium,
decreasing order of
sodium,
which are arranged in the decreasing order of their
Potassium.
reactivity.
Sodium,
Potassium.
potassium, sodium,
Sodium.
sodium,
Sodium,
calcium,
calcium,
Magnesium.
magnesium,
aluminium,
Aluminium.
aluminum,
zinc,
zinc,
Iron.
iron,
copper,
Copper.
hmm,
Copper.
copper,
lead,
Silver.
copper,
Silver.
silver, and gold. Just
Gold.
we have taken only few metals. These will come under reactivity series. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ಕೋಡ್ ಕೂಡ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿರುತ್ತೆ in 8th standard. Okay, KNaCl. You just, as we are living in Karnataka, the precious land in India. This is Karnataka, right? Yes or no? Yes,
sir.
we should be very proud to be Kannadigas. So let me go for using Kannada words. Okay, KNaCl. K, ka, Na, na, Ca. Again, I'll go for taking ka, Kanaka. Followed for first three. Next, observe magnesium, aluminum, zinc, and iron. ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾನು ಕನ್ನಡ ಏನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. You are very familiar with one of the items that we use. I'll go for taking just the first letter of this. M, A, Z, I. Got it? Iron anta anಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Mazi, not Maza. Got it? It is Mazi. Then one of the health workers, health warriors, police constables, right?
PC.
Police department,
PC.
PC. Then, that is, you may take like this. Got it? Kanaka, Mazi, PC, you can just recall that. Kanaka, potassium, sodium, calcium, Mazi, magnesium, aluminum, zinc, iron, PC, lead, copper, and it is Abharana, means ornaments, right? One is silver and another one is gold. Yes. Just do remember this. Now, with respect to this, we have come to know that which element is more reactive, which is less reactive. You just compare aluminum and magnesium, which is more reactive now.
magnesium, sir.
Magnesium
Magnesium,
is more reactive than aluminum. Aluminum is more reactive than zinc. Zinc is more reactive than
Iron.
iron. Iron is more reactive than lead. Lead is more reactive than copper. Similarly, here also, potassium is more reactive than sodium.
Sodium.
Is more reactive than calcium.
Calcium.
And it is followed. So this way of arranging in the decreasing order of their reactivity, it is called reactivity series.
Reactivity.
Then very well, just observe. I'll go for taking one of the compound which is very familiar to us. That is copper sulfate. What is the color of the copper sulfate?
Blue.
It is sky blue.
Blue.
Sky blue.
Sky
Now,
blue.
when in the copper sulfate solution, if iron is placed, what happens?
Iron replaces copper.
Yeah.
Iron
We know
sulfate
that
plus iron.
Iron is more reactive than copper. Iron
Copper.
is more reactive than copper. Therefore, it can displace
Iron.
the copper from its solution. It can displace copper from copper sulfate and forms a new compound called
Iron sulfate.
iron sulfate.
Iron sulfate plus copper.
Copper gets separated. Similarly, I'll go for taking another example. It is magnesium sulfate or magnesium chloride. Magnesium sulfate plus calcium.
Calcium replaces
Yeah,
magnesium.
we know that calcium is
Calcium,
more
magnesium.
reactive than magnesium. Therefore, it can displace, it can remove magnesium, it can occupy that place. You can write it as CaSO4
SO4
plus
Plus
Mg.
Mg.
Following? Next, let me take another example. Magnesium chloride, MgCl2 plus aluminium.
Aluminium replaces magnesium.
Aluminium replaces magnesium. Hangadre ನಿಮ್ಮ reactivity series ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ.
No displacement.
Aluminium is less reactive than magnesium. Is it possible for it to displace?
No, sir.
No. Then no reaction takes place. ಇಲ್ಲಿ reaction ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. Then be as it is. But if I go for taking it the reverse order as aluminium
Aluminium plus magnesium.
Cl3 plus Mg. That is, here magnesium is more reactive than aluminium. Therefore, it can displace aluminium from the compound called aluminium chloride to form
MgCl3
MgCl2 plus aluminium gets
Mg plus
separated. See, in all these chemical reactions, you have come to know that the more reactive element displaces the less reactive element present in the compound. Hence, it is called
Displacement reaction.
Now, let me tell you the definition. Listen carefully. Definition is, it is the type of chemical reaction in which an element present in the compound is displaced by another element which is more reactive, or a chemical reaction in which a more reactive element displaces less reactive element present in the compound is known as displacement reaction. Understood?
Yes, sir.
I've been showing this symbol oftenly. You sumra kutkandirtira. Rakshana, understood? Yes, good girl. Then Anushka. Okay, nice. Pawan, Nikhil, Dishri, you are absconded. Savano, Varsha MS. Okay, very good, very good. Now please write the side heading. Side heading. Just reactivity series. Reactivity series. Reactivity series. In that, just go for copying. It on the information is there. Reactivity series. No need to write the definition. Matte idu now recall ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ in another chapter. Actual definition is, it is the arrangement of elements in the decreasing order of their reactivity. It's called reactivity series, and these are some methods. Sound over. Copy. Potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminum, zinc, iron, lead, copper, silver, and gold. We just recall that code. Kanaka, Mazi, PC, R. Kanaka, Mazi, PC, R. I'll go for rubbing it. Right. Next heading, it is displacement reaction. Third one is displacement reaction.
So double displace.
Idun barkodi first displacement reaction. Right. Chemical reaction. Chemical reaction in which an element present in the compound, an element in the compound, the element present in the compound, present in the compound is displaced by another element which is more reactive, more reactive is called displacement reaction. It's called displacement reaction. Let's go for taking its general form. Please observe the board. Look here. I go for taking an element, call it as A. Then, and let me go for taking a compound. Or first a new compound. AB is the compound, an element C. Assume that C is more reactive than A. Then tell the compound which is formed. As C is more reactive than A, it can displace A from
CB
A.
plus A.
Will be
CB plus A.
yes, CB plus A. A gets separated. Right. AB plus C gives rise to CB plus A. Take example. Examples. First, copper sulfate solution reacts with iron to form iron sulfate plus copper. Iron sulfate solution plus copper. Second one, magnesium sulfate solution react with calcium. Here calcium is more reactive than magnesium. Therefore, calcium sulfate is formed and magnesium gets separated. This is done. Don't copy this one, just copy this. Aluminum chloride reacts with magnesium to form magnesium chloride solution. Then aluminum gets separated. Over. Nidhishri, finished. Now, you may copy this. MgCl2 plus Al gives rise to what you write? What do you write? No reaction. Why it is no reaction? Anybody?
Because
Because-
aluminium is less reactive than magnesium.
Magnesium, it cannot displace magnesium from its compound. That's why a reaction does not take place. Just information here. Ora? Preeti came. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತೇನಮ್ಮ? Okay. Neha HM, did you understand? Very good. Vishrut, understood? Yes, okay. Chinmay, any doubt regarding this? No. Then Madhurika, have you understood? Okay, right. Now just observe. I'm going to take again few more examples for chemical reactions. And this is also very interesting. Observe here. Chandana, yes. Here. And take compound color. And it is the one of the compound which is responsible for forming a yellow color precipitate called lead iodide. Yavyadu react. Yes, Chandana, you are telling. One is lead nitrate, second one is potassium iodide. I take lead nitrate. PbNO3. This is the chemical formula of lead nitrate. Chinmay, could you name the radicals present in lead nitrate, which mean the ions present in it? Yavyadu ions ide? A naming recall ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಆಯ್ತು. Lead nitrate, lead nitrate. ಆಗೋಯ್ತಲ್ಲ? Is it not easy, Chinmay? Name of the compound is lead nitrate, and the ions present in it are lead and nitrate. Here, lead ion is Pb2 plus, right? And nitrate NO3 minus. One is cation and another one is anion. And these ions are also called radicals of this compound. Similarly, I go for taking another compound. It is potassium iodide. Chinmay, recall the radicals present in it. Potassium iodide is a compound. This is the compound. Chinmay, ನೀನು ಹೇಳಮ್ಮ ನನಗೆ ಕೇಳಿಸುತ್ತೆ. One is potassium, second one is iodide. But iodine ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಾರ್ದು. Iodide. They are the ions. One is potassium. It is K plus 1 iodide ion.
1 minus.
Ion is I 1 minus. You bari I ಅಂತ ಬರೆದ್ರೆ it is iodine. And this is iodide ion. We all know that oppositely charged ions attract each other, right? And here, these two undergo chemical reaction. When these two compounds undergo chemical reaction, they'll go for exchanging their ions mutually. There's a mutual understanding between lead nitrate and potassium iodide. Observe here. By mutual transfer of the ions, then we will get two new compounds. Let me tell you what are. Here it is positive ion and it is negative ion. Now it is to be exchanged. So then obviously lead nitrate, lead combine with iodine to form lead iodide. Similarly, then obviously potassium will combine with nitrate, then we'll get potassium nitrate. You know, here I write the chemical reaction. Chemical equation, it is Pb. Should I write only I? I2. No. Pb 2 plus I1 minus. Crossing out charges. You get
I2.
feedback. Then potassium nitrate. KNO3. Let me go for taking another example. Another example which is also very familiar to us, where we got the white precipitate. NP Dana?
Lead nitrate.
No. Where we got the
Mg
white
plus 4.
called barium sulfate. NP Dana? It is. The reactants involved in that are, one is barium chloride,
Barium chloride.
another one is sodium sulfate, Na2SO4, right? Okay. Chinmay,
Barium sulfate plus NaCl.
wait, and give chance. Chinmay is
Sir, we should write it, sir.
Very ಬೇಡಪ್ಪ ನಾನು ಬರೆಸ್ತೀನಿ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. Ions present in barium chloride are, one is Ba2 plus and another one is Cl1 minus. Barium ion, chloride ion. Next, sodium sulfate. The ions present in it are, Jayant, could you recall? One is sodium ion, that is Na1 plus, and another one is sulfate ion, it is SO4, 2 minus. They mutually exchange their radicals to form two new compounds. Very good, very good. Chandana is telling that. Very good, very good. Ba2 plus and SO4 2 minus together form
Barium sulfate.
SO4.
which is white
Barium
plus
NaCl.
Na plus Cl1 minus.
NaCl.
And will come out.
NaCl.
NaCl.
These two aqueous solutions will react with each other to form a precipitate and aqueous solution, right? So these two compounds mutually exchange their ions to form two new compounds with new properties. Here, look at when you come across the first example, here nitrate is being displaced, right? Here, iodine is being displaced outside. So hence you can say that it is double displacement reaction. You can define this as a chemical reaction in which the radicals present in the compounds or the ions present in the compounds are mutually exchanged to form two new compounds with new properties. It's known as double displacement reaction. Clear? Did you understand? Okay. Madhulika, I'm not getting the response from your side. Did you understand? Yes. Once I tell the definition, listen. Type of chemical reaction in which the radicals present in the compound, two compounds mutually exchange to form two new compounds with new properties is known as double displacement reaction. Right side heading, it is fourth one. Double displacement reaction. Double displacement reaction. Double displacement reaction. Write the definition. A chemical reaction in which the radicals, in bracket you will write ions. Chemical reaction in which radicals. Radicals, in bracket you may write ion. Present in two compounds. Present in two compounds. Exchange mutually to form two new compounds. Is known as double displacement reaction. Is known as double displacement reaction. Double displacement reaction. Now, let me write the general form. Just observe. I'm right. Okay. AB. AB is one compound. Here, A is positive ion and B is negative ion. Then, another compound, CD.
CD.
Oh, very good. AB always CD barbekalva. Can we take PQ?
Easier
Yes,
to
sir.
remember.
PQ tagbodu, XY tagbodu, any two letters. Now, some general form barita. Okay, as you said, I go for taking CD only. CD. In this, C is positive ion and D is negative ion. Again, compound. Compound is
AD plus
CD,
BC.
BC.
AD. Then BC
AD plus
badre
BC.
long agutte. Very good. CB baribeku. Okay, positive ion, then negative ion. AD plus
Plus CB.
positive ion C, negative ion B. CB. Now let's go for giving some examples. Examples are enough. Fine. First one, as we are very familiar, that is PbNO3 twice plus potassium iodide gives rise to PbI2 plus KNO3, potassium nitrate. Second one, it is lithium chloride BaCl2 plus sodium sulfate Na2SO4 gives rise to BaSO4 plus NaCl. Over. And okay, let me take one more example for that. Right, one more example. It is copper sulfate and hydrogen sulfide. Then recall the formula, chemical formula of copper sulfate. Ka. Copper sulfate is CuSO4. CuSO4 plus H2S, hydrogen sulfide. It is
Copper sulfate.
CUS.
Copper sulfide is formed. Hydrogen sulfate. Copper sulfide is
CUS.
Cu2 plus S2 minus. Crossing over charges. Both are same only, but opposite inside. Hence it will be CuS plus
H2SO4.
Don't read it as sulfuric acid. It is hydrogen sulfate crystal. Hydrogen sulfate. And I'll take another one, which is also very familiar to you. Fourth one. In this compound, NaOH,
Sodium
hydroxide.
hydroxide.
Name the ions present in it. One is.
One.
Sodium
And second one is.
and
Sodium
hydroxide.
One mass.
hydroxide.
I take HCl, hydrochloric acid.
Acid.
The ions present in it are
Hydrogen and
hydrogen
chlorine.
and chlorine. And the two new compounds that are formed are
NaCl and H2O.
Sodium chloride and
NaCl
hydro.
plus OH plus H.
H2O.
H.
H2O, water.
H2. What? It is nothing but acid-base reaction. NP Delva, also called neutralization reaction. When acid reacts with base or base reacts with acid, it forms salt and water. Here also it is an example for double displacement reaction. Followed? Followed?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Look here. Even we can apply this types of chemical reaction in our day-to-day life also regarding the friendship. Assume that there are two students. One is, you may, one is A or else you may call Ramanda. And another one, Shamanda. Ram and Sham. Both have decided to become the friends. Then when they become friends, we can show the picture like this. See that? Ram and Sham. These two are the friends. Now, look here. Here he is Ram and he is Sham. Obviously, when friendship is there, wherever the friendship is there, there will be even fighting also. There will be closeness also. Is it not? So obviously, these two friends, sometimes they go for quarreling. After quarreling, what happens?
Separate.
Friendship, they get separated, but friendship is not broken, right? They get separated. I can write like this. If so, could you tell which chemical reactions this will represent?
Decomposition reaction.
Composition.
Decomposition reaction.
Decomposition.
And here,
Combination.
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 yeah. Now again, I go for taking the same pictures. Ram and Sham. These are the two friends. They are together. But one more person will be there. One more person is there, but he does not like the friendship of Ram and Sham. So he is responsible for making them to get separated. But this friend, another new friend, new one, he wants to have the friendship with Sham. Okay, so that is why obviously he will go for quarreling with Ram, and then he will be successful in making him to get separate from their friendship. We'll get the
Displacement
picture like,
reaction.
okay. Yes. And so here we separated. Ram is separate. What is? Could you tell which
Displacement reaction.
Displacement.
Displacement reaction.
Displacement reaction.
Displacement reaction.
He. What is? Beam has displaced Ram. Then he has friendship with Sham. So they are the friends now. B and S are the friends. Now, next. Here, again, I'll go for taking. He is wrong. Then, he is wrong. And here we have one more pair of friends. He is not Bhim, he is Krishna. Next, one more will be taken. He is Arjuna. Got it? Ram and Shama are friends. These two are friends. And Krishna and Arjuna both are friends. Their friendship is good. Even they all these four people will not go for quarreling, but they want to have the good friendship. Hence, obviously, they'll share their friendship with others also. Then on sharing, on mutual exchange. Estelle, it is
R
enough.
and D.
Where
Ram
are
and
they? A, then R
R.
plus, then
Yes.
K,
And
Yes.
and Sham. Followed. So, which chemical reaction is represented by
Double displacement.
Double
Displacement.
Double displacement reaction.
Double displacement reaction.
in first case? These two persons have friendship, so they combine. So, it is an example for combination reaction. So, due to some reason, they quarrel, then they get separated. So, it is
Decomposition.
displacement reaction.
Decomposition.
Decomposition reaction. Then one more friend will come. He wants to have the friendship with Sham. Hence, he will displace Ram
Displacement reaction.
from his friendship. And this is
Double displacement.
displacement reaction. But here we have two pairs of friends. They mutually exchange their friends to have the good friendship. Then this is an example for
Double displacement.
Double displacement.
displacement. Clear? After that,
Yes, sir.
please go for recalling these chemical reactions what we have learned today, and for what all the examples we have given for each type of chemical reaction. Please go for balancing them. ನೀವು exam ನಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ನೀವು example ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ it should be balanced equation only. Got it? Okay, before concluding the class, just last information. Tomorrow you have weekly test. The weekly test syllabus. Yavdu?
Chemistry.
Chemical reactions and equations. Then in polynomials have what we had covered in this week?
Additional properties.
Only
Just
the
additional,
last
sir.
exercise of NCERT. Last exercise of NCERT. Got it? Tomorrow you have weekly test on the chapter polynomials and chemical reactions and equations what I have covered up to here. Here regarding polynomials, only the last exercise, that is optionals ಅಂತ ಇದೆ, ಅದು ಮಾತ್ರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Next,
Sir, in chemistry worksheet
chemical
also
reactions
will
and
give, sir.
equations is this.
Sir, in chemistry
Okay.
worksheet also you will give.
Is it okay?
Sir, in chemistry
Yes, sir.
worksheet you will give, sir.
Somebody is asking something. Yes, yes.
Sir, in chemistry worksheet you will give, sir.
ಹೂನಪ್ಪ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಕೊಡ್ಲೇಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. Every day it is common work for you. Today worksheet will be given.
No, sir, for
Okay, with
test.
this, let us stop the class. Thank you very
The
much.
timing,
And
sir.
tomorrow